everyone, and welcome back to Timeshot! We are here on the server where Poet and Dave are actually engaged in the middle of what seems to be a pretty frantic fishing contest with... Oh, there he goes, there he goes! Dave just managed to get another point. So fishing is the challenge of the month. Every month or two we change the scoreboards so that your scoreboard will alter based off of whatever we're working on in terms of challenge. Where'd Lucky Bite go? What the heck? That's not cool. Did someone take Lucky Bite? Because even her little item frame is gone. Poseidon's secret. There's my Lucky Bite. I was really worried for a second. I was gonna be like, oh, that's not cool, you guys. You don't just come along and take my best fishing gear. I have not used the AFK farm for a very long time now, because I accidentally broke it, but also because that would be unfair. But I just wanted to get in on the fishing excitement. Oh, and there's a little spider hanging out over there. I wanted to get in on the fishing excitement. Oh, there's Tortimore. Jeez, it's a busy day. How does one fish though? Come on, little bobber. Come on, be good to me. You're like one of my best swords, one of my best fishing rods. I think you have to wait until, like, it goes in the water. I haven't fished, like, normally pretty much ever. Normally, I just wait. Alright, I'm watching you, bobber. Okay. Whoop. Was that it? Was I supposed to pull in? Okay. Watching the bobber. But yeah, fishing is the challenge of the month. Oh, man, I think I'm too excited. I need to be slower at this. It's the challenge of the month, and so this month, whoever has the most fish caught wins the challenge, and I really want to win. Yeah, Tortimores. Everyone's like, whoa, holy days, you guys have been fishing a lot. Why am I not getting anything? This is like my best fishing rod. Come on. Come on, you know you want it. Oh. Fish! We got a little fish and look how cute it is! Oh my goodness, it's so adorable. Look at this thing. Look at how cute you are. Oh my gosh, I love this fish. Alright, let me go ahead and put my armor on. Yay! I have one fish. Yay! Promise not to use my AFK farm. I have one fish. That's kind of adorable. So everyone right now is fishing, and it's kind of addicting. And this world is so cute and pretty and beautiful with zigzag on it. I just love it. We do need to go and gather up some sand pretty soon, though. I just remembered about that because we need to make more panes. Look at that. Why is there not more fish? I feel like is it easier in the shallower water? Is that a thing? Hey, Mr. Fishing Rod, come on, lure. I don't hear any zombies coming for us. Tortimore is suspicious, yeah. Let's see. I've got a really good rod. Oh, you know what I should probably change it to? Instead of Luck of the Sea, we should get the Lucky Bite. We need something so we actually catch some fish. But speaking of fish, we have had a busy week here at my home. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Let's see, Lure 2, unbreaking in Lure 2, Lure 2, Lure 3 and unbreaking. There we go. That's what I want. And as you can tell, I have many a fish. I have even more fish inside that little building over there. But it has been a really busy week in terms of my real life. And you guys have probably been able to tell because the videos have been late, and I hate when the videos are late. I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I'm kind of a workaholic. So late videos, they're just not happily tolerated by me. So don't worry, I haven't been just like sitting on my rumpadump and not doing the work. And it is work for what I do because I want to be here for you guys. I want to be able to give you a cheerful little note of your day. Just be like, hey, tell you something interesting if I'm lucky. Okay, I don't see any zombies. Don't see any skellies. It's not very methodically lit up, but it is pretty lit up over here now. Alright, let's go back over to my little pond. Look at my little fish. It is the cutest little fish in the world. Oh, look at it. It's just so cute. It's just so cute. I don't think he's going to be able to, like, move around, though, even if I throw him back in. Alright, so let's try this again. This time with lure 2 or lure 3 instead of luck of the sea, because what I really want are more fish. Up, 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 up. Fish! That's much better. That's much better. And I guess since you can just get your own enchantments now, over at the Enderman farm and using lapis or whatever it is like that. And it's kind of fun to be able to watch like the water move as you see the fish approaching. That's kind of relaxing. I like it. I like it. But yeah, it's been a very busy week. I just was not feeling very well earlier. I'm going to go get to the doctor to get some tests done to make sure that like all of the hormones and everything. And fish! There we go. Now we're on it. Now we're on it. That is so much fun to see like the water move as the fish gets closer. I had no idea that happened. That's just so much fun. Well, I want to join in on this. We've got a really good rod. We can probably invest a little bit of time. Whoop, 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 whoop. Fish! Oh yeah, now we're on it. Oh, interesting. All right, keeping my eyes peeled. Okay, nope, that's just teasing me. You gotta wait for the little water lines, I think, which is really useful. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the doctor and just have some blood tests done to make sure everything is in order. But even though I was so tired, we had some of Darling's family over for the early part of the week visiting, and we decided to go to the Natural Science Museum. And oh my goodness, you guys, it was amazing! The North Carolina Natural Science Museum over in Raleigh. So I think that's the state capital of Charlotte, I think so. But yeah, oh, fish, 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 fish. Yes. Now I'm on it. We'll catch up to the guys in no time, even though they're hundreds ahead of us. Oh, look, see, here comes another fish. Oh, wait, this isn't a fish. It's a water bottle. Awesome. Not sure how it rushed my line, but I'm not going to question it. I must have very good bait. But yeah, the North Carolina Natural Science Museum, it's in Raleigh, a city called Raleigh, and it was just so beautiful. I have been to many a natural science museum in my life because I love museums, especially the ones that have interactive exhibits. I used to work for a nonprofit that was kind of like that, where we would have dioramas set up and, you know, make it feel like you were walking into a cave because it looks like a real cave. Oh, 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 oh. Fish! Oh, this is fun. I am easily amused, I know, but I love fishing. I really do. There's something very peaceful about it. My squid, I don't see my squid in the bottom of the river today, though. I wonder where all my squid went. I do like them. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful natural history museum. First thing I saw when we walked in, I thought, oh, here comes another fish. Dun dun! I thought was a megalodon, and it actually wasn't, like a megalodon jaw with megalodon teeth. You find a lot of megalodon teeth from long, long time ago, because remember guys, megalodon is indeed extinct. But you find a lot of those along the coast of North Carolina, moving on down along Florida, especially if you're going into like a certain depth of the water. And so I thought it was a megalodon, but the jaw was just a tiny bit smaller than the megalodons I've seen. Yes, oh, we got a pufferfish, you guys, a pufferfish. But the jaw was just a tiny bit smaller than the megalodon that I've seen. And it turned out that it was actually like the greater shark. It's like the something greater shark. So it was really fun. That was my first thing that I saw. And because North Carolina includes the coast all the way up through the mountains, and it has wetlands that have like sundews, which are those plants that have the little like sticky spikes on them. They're a carnivorous type of plant. And there's Venus flytraps on like in the wetlands that are native only to the state. I feel really, really so happy and so lucky. Fish, 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 fish. So happy and so lucky because we've moved to such an amazing place. And I say that, but I mean, I've lived here for a long time. Oh, here come the zombies bobbing our way. And I think Zigzag's been updating, so some of the mobs will soon have... Oh, did I just catch... Oh, it's a tripwire hook. I was like, did I just catch a sign? What? All right. Pecking the zombies off. Away you go, my friends. Oh, got some zombies bothering my kids. Where'd he go? I don't appreciate... Oh my gosh. This is a huge no. Are you a zombie villager? Yeah, no. No. Night of horror. Hello? Are all my babies okay? Charlotte! Charlotte! Are you here, Charlotte? Tell me you're alright. Put my bread away. Are you alright? I was right here. Chanterelle! I meant Chanterelle, and Chanterelle's okay. Alright. And Chicken of the Woods? Alright, Chicken of the Woods, you're okay. Who else? Who else? There's like Button? Is it you, Button? Yes, it's you, Button. Okay, Button, you're okay. Those are the ones that I'm really always worried about. Chanterelle, Button, and Chicken of the Woods. How did that even happen? Where did he even come from? Did he come from my roof again? I feel like my roof has been causing issues lately. Look, we've got 13 fish, and meanwhile, Poet is up to 390 fish. Yeah, I think we've got a ways to go. A ways to go to catch up. Oh, there is a skeleton. Let's go ahead. He's got an enchanted bow even. Now he's on fire. Now he's like running for his life. Did I get him? Did he drop his enchanted bow? I wouldn't mind collecting a few more of those. No, but he did drop some bones, so I'll take his bones. Oh, hello, puppy. I bet that was exciting. Alright. And let's go ahead. I'm gonna climb over here. Calmly get back to fishing. I wouldn't mind having like a little fishing boat. We should build a little fishing boat so you can be like out in the water and the mobs can't really bother you in the middle of the night. That would be really fun actually, to make a cute little fishing boat so you can just be like out in the middle of nowhere in the ocean and just be like, yep, this is my fishing boat. That would take a long time if I was really going to put it in the middle of the ocean though. Having to build out from the coast or up, that would be a pain. Oh, fish. There we go. But yeah, so North Carolina History Museum, Natural History Museum, I should say. It was so beautiful. It was 4 stories. There's a butterfly house on top, which unfortunately closed before we got in there. But there were so many live animals, and they were all so very well taken care of. I was super impressed with their care. There was like little, there were little lizards, legless lizards, and it was so cute because then you would hear the kids run up and they'd be like, it's a snake! But if you look at its eyes real closely, it doesn't have snake eyes, it doesn't have the slit, it has like little dotty lizard eyes, and it has ears. Oops, there we go. Man, we are really on it now. And it has like ears. Man, look at this. Oh, wow. Is that leather? Okay, so we got some leather. That was cool. I really had no idea fishing was so amazingly relaxing and fun. I really do want to like build a little fishing hut boat thing. A little fishing houseboat. How about that? Off the coast. I'm going to do that. I'm going to build a fishing houseboat off the coast, I think. And then we can like vacation over there to visit everyone. This is the farm after all. Alright. Got you. How we doing? 19 fish. Got a ways to go to catch up to their 300 or so fish. Oh, there's my squid. There are a whole bunch of them dancing under the lily pad bridge over to the right there. I see you guys. I see you guys. But yeah, oh my gosh, so what was some of my favorite stuff? Definitely the snakes of North Carolina. And I was completely wrong in thinking there were only maybe a couple venomous snakes in North Carolina. I was proven dramatically wrong by like 6 or so venomous snakes. Let me see if I can remember all of them that are native to the North Carolina area. And those snakes were the pygmy rattlesnake, which was a very vibrant, bright red little tiny snake with really spiky scales. I was real impressed. Oh, here comes a fish, here comes a fish, here comes a fish. It's so exciting. Fish! With really vibrant, bright red scales. And I thought it was quite interesting. And Darling saw it yawn, and he thought that was awesome. Because when snakes yawn, they tend to open up their jaw and then like flex one side and flex the other of their top jaws. And sometimes they'll let their fang down just for a second, like while they're wiggling everything back into place. Oh, there we go. Puffer fish. Oh, there goes Dave. We have a chance to catch up now. Na fishing battle. Man. Oh, okay, so there's pygmy rattlesnake. Then there was the timber rattlesnake, and I got some footage of that girl because she was beautiful and big. I really forget just how big rattlesnakes are, because when you think of like a big snake, you think a long snake, and no. When you run into the rattlesnakes, they're fat and kind of flat because they're so fat. They're really wide is what I'm saying. And you just forget that. I always forget that. I think of snakes and I tend to think of like thinner or at least evenly cylindrical. Like even an anaconda, you see footage of a wild anaconda, you see anacondas in zoos, and they still kind of have a circle shape to them. But not so when it comes to, oh, here comes another fish, here comes another fish, and boink. But not so when it comes to rattlesnakes, because they're very wide and kind of flat and very chunky fat. Yay, 25 fish. How's Poet already? Man, look at this. Everyone's fishing. We're all just like sitting here fishing. I bet everyone's going to be watching everyone else's videos and like, yup, just another fishing episode. But yeah, rattlesnakes, very flat and fat. They're not completely flat, don't get me wrong, but they're just so big, and that always impresses me. And there was a very active timber, and I didn't realize that timber rattlesnakes were like black, entirely black on one part of their body, and the information there said that timber rattlesnakes tend to have very different looks to them depending on the region that they're from. And so I got too excited, didn't wait for the lure bobber to go down. So depending on the region that the timber rattlesnake is from, it'll have different markings on it. And so that was really cool. And let's see, so that was timber rattlesnake, pygmy rattlesnake, and then we saw cottonmouths. And Darling pointed out that their eyes really do look kind of like an evil Disney villain's eyes. And they really do. A cottonmouth's eyes have a very predatory sort of look to them. Oh, I think Poet just gave Tortimore something. That's adorable. And so we saw the cottonmouth, and then there was so that's already 3. Oh, I got too excited again. That's already 3 venomous snakes. And then we had, let's see, what was the other one? There was the copperhead. So the copperhead, which is well known to all of us who live in the Midwest and the East Coast, copperheads are probably the ones that I would be pretty concerned about if out of everybody I saw there, because copperheads blend in perfectly with leaf litter, and there's always leaf litter in the forest. It's part of the forest ecosystem. There's always leaf litter, and it was really spooky. Like, to look at him, and they had real leaves on the bottom of its tank, and you could just see how, if you weren't paying attention, if there were like plants growing nearby him, he was maybe half under a bush, you would never notice that copperhead before you stepped on it and it turned around and bit you. So water moccasin, copperhead, pygmy rattlesnake, timber rattlesnake, the eastern diamondback, and oh my gosh, that snake was huge. That was a big giant fat snake. So again, the rattlesnakes especially just super impressed me with their sheer girth and size. Let's see, so that's like already 5 venomous snakes. So here I was, kind of like in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, there's water moccasins and coppermouths, a little worried about them, but that was like in the back of my mind. And then suddenly I'm staring at the snakes of North Carolina. They had a whole wall just dedicated to them, and there were several beautiful non-venomous ones too. Darling in particular liked the little green snake, and it was adorable. It's very tiny. It reminds me kind of a praying mantis. Huge giant eyes on a teensy little skinny spaghetti string snake body. Very, very cute. There we go. More fish for us. More fish. Are we catching up? We're at 33. It's not terrible. Whoops, I pulled it too early again. Got too excited. We'll have to see where we rank when it comes to the end of the fishing competition. It lasts for about a month or 2, depending on when we decide in the meetings to change what we're following. But yeah, it was really humbling, because suddenly it was like, oh, I could run into these guys, and it could be not very pleasant. So Darling and I decided, because some of the things that we want to start doing are going out to the islands off the coast of North Carolina, some of which you are only allowed on with a guide after getting out there by kayak. So you go like by either ferry or bridge to an island, and then you park, and let's see. There's another fish. Oh, we got our very first little clownfish. Yay! I forget what you can do with the clownfish. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I have a lot of them. But yeah, then you park and you find your guide, and then you guys get in kayaks and you kayak across the little ocean to another island where like no bikes, no cars, nothing. is allowed so that it doesn't hurt the natural settling of the soil, because it really, like, if you take your boat or a bike or like a four-wheeler out on the beach, oh my gosh, you totally destroy the ecosystem of that beach. It is actually super reliant on having very aerated sand that's not densely packed down. Oh dang it, I got too excited again. Too excited for these fish. But like a lot of shorebirds as well will just make a little like divot in the ground, lay their eggs, and their eggs blend in perfectly with the sand. And they know where their eggs are, but people never see the eggs, so you drive right over them. So it really decimates shorebird populations. There's burrows of tons of different creatures like crabs and different kinds of shore like crustaceans that live in very complex burrows under the sand that even you walking across can destroy or disturb. So when you take like a car or a jeep or some sort of vehicle out on to the sand, you just destroy so much of that ecosystem without even knowing it. It's so sad. There we go. When we went to Ocracoke Island last year, they actually did not allow people to bring any kind of anything. No jeeps, no trucks, no anything in terms of motorized vehicles out onto the sand because of how much it would destroy. And we even my mom's wheelchair that we had her in was built out of PVC piping actually and rubber tires, and so it wasn't even motorized, so we had to help push her around a lot. But it was kind of fun because then she'd be like, I see a pretty shell, and so we'd like push her that way and like dig around and hand her the shells, and she'd decide which ones she wanted to keep. But Darling and I have decided, when we go to those islands that are kind of out in the middle of nowhere, one of the things we're going to try to take care to do is remember, like look up, learn, maybe go somewhere to really, really learn how to manage after a snake bite. Because really the only thing you do after a snake bite is try to stay as calm as possible, try to move as little as possible, and get immediately to medical help. Doing all of those like old wives' tales of like stabbing people's wounds open. Did I get something? I was like, I'm so nervous. Oh geez, I thought that was a spider eye. I'm so nervous about something spawning behind me now that it's night. I stopped paying attention to my fish. How many fish? 40 fish! See, I told you guys we could catch up. We've got our lucky fishing rod. Lure 3, unbreaking 3. We'll be able to catch up. I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried at all. Let me go check on how our bakery is doing and what more I might need for it. And also on my kids. That was not cool having that zombie. Like, do I have any dirt? I'm gonna light up my roof because I don't want any more zombies on my roof. There's one dirt. Do I have more dirt over here? I have dirt in the house. I'll just get the dirt from in the house. See, zombie. Roots and rude. I wonder what you're gonna look like once you're zigzagged, huh? He doesn't even know. All right, Artemis's aim. You come with me. A year on the server, I should have good gear. I still don't even have a proper house. I'm such a rambler, that's my problem. I ramble more than I build, but you know what? You just gotta have fun the way you have fun. That's the end of it. Alright, let's put this lapis lazuli away, at least know where that goes. There you go, lapis lazuli. Now let's eat some bread, and then I'll climb up on the roof. Yay, one little clownfish! Where's my bread? There's my bread. And then we'll climb up on the roof and get rid of that zombie. What cute little bread. I have such cute bread. Alright, where are you? And how did you get in here? Are you in here? How did you even get in there? Bugging my pigs. There we go. Alright, now I'm gonna just pillar up here. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Yeah, it's dark up here. You could get zombie spawning. I could see it. I could see it just right here down the middle. There we go. That should prevent anybody spawning up here and falling in on top of my kids now. Much better. I feel like a protective mother. But yeah, man, I know that was kind of rambly, but it was just so fun. Those snakes especially had a huge impact on me, and they had so many beautiful animals. I really, really, really loved that. They had hummingbirds, taxidermy hummingbirds from all over the world. There too. They had some mata turtles, which I don't even know why they had mata turtles. They are not native to North Carolina whatsoever, so I think they might have been part of like an exchange program. Hello, Mr. Squidoo. Do you want to chase the fishies onto my hook? I'm already up to 40 fishies. 404 on Poet. We're just a few hundred behind. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm sure we'll manage this. Oh geez. Okay, I'm gonna toss. Whoops. Okay, that's not gonna help anything. Get out of there. It's not gonna help anything at all. All right, let's come over here. Whoops. I don't think being in the water is going to assist us in fishing unless it's like fly fishing. Fly fishing on Timeshot. There we go. But yeah, oh man. And we mostly just went this time to kind of case the Natural History Museum. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Did I get something? I think I got something. I think I got a salmon. We kind of just went this time to visit with his family and to kind of case the history museum, but they look amazing. They look like a place that wouldn't mind me taking aside one of their volunteers and like doing a little interview or being able to get up close with some of their animals and for the benefit of their place as well and explain like what they do and any of the fish. Any of the educational work they do. I was really happy with them. And I tell you what, guys, if I wasn't here for you guys, if I wasn't telling stories and weaving together knowledge of the natural world and little factoids about just experience that I hope can help you guys out in life through video games and through the videos that we make, I would be there. I would be there. I would be there teaching kids the difference between mammals and reptiles and teaching them like how soil quality is so important. That was their soil exhibit. I know, who goes to their museum and is like, oh my gosh, the soil exhibit. It was a really fun exhibit that had soil from all 51 states and Puerto Rico in the United States. And yeah, who gets excited about soil? I did. I was so excited. And I compared all the soil and I ran over to the Hawaiian soil and I was like, darling, one day we'll actually see this in person. He's like laughing because he thinks it's funny. But we also learned in the soil exhibit they make dandelion wine and they're really trying to show people how dandelions are not just weeds. They are a resource that is vastly underutilized. Oh, fish. And tripwire. I have no idea what Dave's talking about, so I'll leave him to it. But there you go, you guys. Just a little bit about what we've been up to. I haven't been feeling my best. It basically feels like I am both submerged under and crushed by and inside a iceberg right now because everything's just so lethargic and it's so hard to concentrate. That's probably just for those of you who are familiar with the issues, probably just like, well, Darling says it's overwork, and I want to blame my thyroid, but Darling's probably right. So every now and then, I do have to take it slow, and even when hanging out at the Science Museum, by the end of the day, it was just, well, we'd only been there probably 3.5 hours, which is like nothing for when I go to museums. I like to be there for hours and hours and hours, untold. But I was so tired, I was falling asleep up against the timber rattlesnake exhibit because we went back to wait for the rest of the group by the snakes. And I was so tired, I was falling asleep at a museum that I love, that I normally would have been all around, rushing around, getting nothing but endless videos of. So I've just been iceberg level tired lately. So I apologize for the late videos and that they're kind of out of order and they're showing up at weird times. I think that putting out over like 500 to 600 videos over the last 4 months for summer has completely made me super duper of the tired type. But enough of that. See, you can tell I'm ready to go lay down for a nap again. If you guys have questions about the Natural Science Museum or questions about life or animals or anything in general. Oh, and that's a creeper. Did you see it? It just popped into existence while we're sitting here. Popped up like it just grew. I'm not growing a crop of creepers, thank you very much. That's like, you know, we were just talking about how useful dandelions are. I don't mind dandelions growing in my yard, but I'm not, oh jeez, Louise Squid, you scared me again. Not growing a crop of creepers. It's not happening. I see you. Yep, there you go. There you go. Alright, so we ended up with 44 fish. 44 fish. Not bad for having just babbled for a little while. And let's see, are we going to get another fish? Are we going to get our 45th fish before this zombie can like bob his way over here? What do you call it when zombies swim? Is it like the undead paddle versus the doggy paddle? Is it the dead man's stroke? Oh, that's what you call it when zombies swim, the dead man's stroke. Oh, jeez Louise. Alright, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of rest. It looks like we're almost ready to start harvesting things up again. I do want to expand our, like we don't have any carrot fields yet, for example, and we don't have any any fields for growing watermelon. We don't have any fields for growing pumpkins. So I do want to expand our efforts on those sides, and then also get, oh no you don't, get away from my kids. And also get, did he just break down my door? I was going to say roots and rude. No. He's like, no, I want to eat them. No, you can't eat them. Ugh, and he didn't even drop any food for my dogs. Rude. Rudeson. Is there another one in here? Nope, just cute pigs. But yeah, I do want to start making more fields because I really want to work with Chanterelle to earn as many emeralds as possible. I want to get as many of those diamond picks from Button as possible before Button might have something untold happen to him, which would be devastating. And I also want to start breeding our villagers and expanding the town. So hopefully there will be more coming up at the slow, steady Timeshot pace than just like floating around catching fish. But you gotta admit, there's something a little bit relaxing about just sitting here catching the fish. So I'm probably gonna, ooh, wait, I got 45 fish. I'm content with 45 fish for now. So we'll try to catch up with the rest of the guys later. All right, everybody. Well, I'm gonna go get some rest. And like I said, if you have any questions about the amazingness that is the Natural History Museum in North Carolina, or anything I saw there, or any questions of any type, please ask, because it really helps. Because I like to feel that connection with you guys when we're just talking about life in the Timeshot series, and it's fun because that's what happens with like the friends that we have on Timeshot, is you start to really just connect and learn more about them. Oh, and that reminds me, you know, Huck got married, so I hope you guys all went over, and he's also a member of zoo crafting now. He's a zoo crafter. I have no idea what he's going to get involved in, but it sounds like chocobo racing and perhaps his photography endeavors, which we could build a proper gallery for. So I wouldn't mind like having photography contests with him and seeing if we could get some great Timeshot shots, especially with my beautiful zigzag garden. All right, everybody, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.